Hey, this is Austin Saylor, and this is another episode of Project 200K Audio Thing, where I am going to give you updates about where I'm at with my goal of making $200,000 as a freelance motion designer. And, there's two reasons why I want to do this. One is just to see if it's possible, do this in public so that other people can follow along. And, if it is possible, here's how one person has done it. Also, I wanted to do this because making $200,000 sounds pretty awesome. And while money isn't everything, money does solve many problems. So today I want to talk about asking for what you want. I think this is a crucial ingredient in getting what you want, is putting it out there, not just into the universe, but to the people that you know. Every door of opportunity is opened by a person. And if people don't know what you want, they don't know what kind of doors to open for you. I've got two specific examples that I think will help you understand how this can work in the real world. Is that when I first left my job about 6 years ago at this point, I started making videos. I was a big fan of Casey Neistat, and so I started doing the daily vlog. But my vlog was very specifically about what is like day to day as a freelance motion designer who has left their corporate job to try to make it on their own. And as I was making these videos, people were noticing them. I did not garner a huge audience. I still at this point only have 1,000 followers on YouTube. I didn't blow up in a big way, but you don't need to blow up in a big way to get enough freelance jobs. All you need is that one connection that connects you with a good client that might give you word of mouth for another client. And so by making these videos every day and then trickled out a little bit as I didn't need the projects, didn't need new work quite as much. It put me top of mind with people who were in a position to potentially send me projects. So Greg, let's say Greg watches my video and they're like, oh, Austin's freelance. I'm busy. Austin's top of mind. So they'll send me an email or a DM on Twitter or Instagram and say, hey, do you have availability and interest in doing this project? And I go from there. And so that really helped me kick off my freelance career. I wasn't sure how I was going to make it, but asking for what I wanted was something that was extremely crucial in me being able to maintain freelance as a motion designer just getting started. The second example was that at the beginning of the year, I told Twitter and Instagram that I want to make $200,000 as a freelance motion designer. That was me asking for what I wanted. And now this is not me starting out from scratch and having 2 followers on Twitter. I've got a sizable audience at this point, but I've built these relationships, which I've talked about before. Your network is your net worth. Once I got to this point where I'm like, I'm putting all of my energy into freelance again, and I want to make 200K, I had so many people reach out to say, hey, either that's awesome, I encourage you, support you, this is amazing, please, do it and share what you learned along the way. But then there were also a handful of people that were like, oh yeah, it's doable, I've done it. Most people haven't talked about this publicly because money is a funny thing to talk about, but that's what I'm here for. Kind of break that barrier and not share other people's stories that's theirs, but they were willing to give me tips and advice and then pass projects to me when they couldn't take it. All of the projects that I've taken this year that have brought in a lot of money have come from people that I connected with at the beginning of the year, or kind of reconnected. Was already friends with them, but reconnected, and they now know like this is what Austin's after. And so they've helped me out. This industry loves to help people out. We love helping people get what they want. And that's just a big reason why you want to actually ask for what you want. It's pretty much as simple as that. But, I think that it's also important to note that you need to ask for what you really want, not just ask for what you want and then expect to just receive it. I'm just saying this as an anecdotal, like I've noticed that the 2 times that I made a big pivot in my career, that when I actually publicly asked for what I wanted, that it helped tremendously. And I want to encourage you not to be afraid of asking for what you want. Now, what you want may differ a lot. You may want to make 50K. Maybe that's a huge leap for you. Or maybe you want to go freelance. Maybe you want to work in the environmental field. Maybe you want to get different kind of clients, have more creative freedom in the projects that you take on. Maybe you want to do work that allows you to have more of your time. and you get to run a project the way you want to, or build a team that you want to. There's so many different things that you might want to do, even within like specifically freelance motion design, or even like at your day job. If you're working for a studio or a software company or whatever it is, if you're doing creative work, you can ask for different kinds of work within your job. One thing that happened when I was at the software company I was at, I would ask every once in a while. I wasn't terribly confident in myself at the time, but when I did ask, sometimes they would be like, yeah, let's try to find you more work around animation. Or like when I started getting into animation, I was like, hey, I want to flex this skill and learn more about this. And so then I would pitch a project. Instead of it being live action video, they would let me animate it. And so it goes a long way to ask for what you want. I'm going to keep saying that because it's very powerful. Ask for what you want. Also, I was just on a podcast episode. I was a guest on Scotty Russell's podcast, which he has just now changed the name to Side Hustlers Podcast. Used to be Perspective Collective, or Perspective Podcast. Anyways, we were talking about, opportunities and where they come from. And we have this common phrase, or this thing we understand of like, the doors are open for you, or one door shuts and another door opens. And one thing that we kind of realized in this conversation was behind every door is a person. And so this whole concept of your network is your net worth in relationship marketing, the relationships that you're building, those are going to be the things that open doors for you. And so the more you're willing to put yourself out there, share your work, help people, hop in, answer questions, be active in communities online, those kind of things will put you in front of the people that have the doors that will open new opportunities to you. And so I really liked that visual of behind every door is a person. And that's why networking is so important. So that when you have networked well, and you've been putting in the hours and the days and the time to connect with people and really build relationships, when you ask for what you want, that's when you're more likely to have those people open doors for you. Sometimes those doors get opened by people you didn't expect. And sometimes it can be opened by a friend of a friend. Those loose connections are often the most powerful ones because you can't see them coming. Anyways, that's it for today. I just wanted to share that asking for what you want can help you get what you want. Don't expect anything. Be patient, be persistent, but ask for what you want and help other people get what they want. I can't remember who originally said this, but there's this concept of if you help enough people get what they want, then you'll be able to get what you want. And I think that's true. I don't think it has to be a thing you keep score on at all. But if you have a heart of servitude and you're out there helping people, then people will want to help you back. It's kind of the way humans work. So anyways, I just want to encourage you to help other people get what they want, and in return, ask for what you want. And I hope that you get exactly what you're after. And stay tuned for more episodes of The Audio Thing, where I'm talking about Project 200K, making $200,000 as a freelancer. I got good feedback on the first episode of this audio thing, so I thought I would record more, and we'll see how it goes. So let me know again if you liked this format of an update. I enjoy doing it. Also, my audio quality is a lot better this time. Rather than talking on my phone, I'm actually recording with my mic. And hopefully it sounds a bit more luscious, something like that. Anyways, go make something move. You're awesome. And I appreciate all the support from you. Bye.